All right, hey, shalom, shalom. Hey, this the brother Atazawam here, back in the spirit with another lesson. Lord willing, I hope and pray that is edifying to you, brothers and sisters. Of course, before I get started, I want to give all praises, all glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Also, I want to say double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do rule and teach well. And peace, salutations, many blessings to the elect of Israel scattered around the four corners of the earth. That's given our diligence to make that calling of election sure. Shalom to you and also your families. This lesson is going to be entitled "They Rejected the Stabilizer." And I was prompted to do this lesson. I was watching the Apostle Ramlad live stream, which he's live right now. I think it's entitled "They Don't See the Setup" or something to that effect. But as he was going into the lesson, he was basically he made a point, and he said that 2/3 of our people, they rejected the word, which is the stabilizer. Okay, so they rejected the stabilizer because this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is what's going to give us that mental stability when all hell breaks loose. Okay, that's what's going to keep us, in the right mindset. When shit start going sour out here in America, man. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me just make sure the stream is still rolling. Okay, good. Um, brothers, let me know if the stream is still going. About a shot. Let me check it real quick. Okay, just want to make sure it's rolling. Yeah, brothers could let me know if you're catching the stream, Baba Kusha. Okay, the water. But yeah, like Apostle Ramla was saying, basically by them rejecting this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, they've rejected what's going to keep them stable and firm in the time of trouble. Okay, and because we've given heed to this word, and because we've took heed to the warnings, okay, and Lord willing, if we be of that number, we saved ourselves by taking heed unto the word, is going to give us firmness and steadiness when shit start getting crazy out here, man. All right, when you start seeing Jake getting put to death, you're not gonna lose your mind. You may lose a relative, you may get cast into a prison, whatever the case may be. You'll have a level of reserve or a level of firmness in these situations, and that's the benefit of being in the scriptures. But the rest of them, they rejected the stabilizer, man. Okay, they rejected the antidote, which is the scriptures. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and start off with a couple of precepts. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 33, and I'm gonna get right to the point in verse 6. All right, it says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. And what times is that talking about? It's talking about the time of Jacob trouble. All right, pursuant to Jeremiah, the 30th chapter, starting with the 7th verse. Okay, where it says that it is even the time of Jacob's trouble. But it says what? But he shall be saved out of it. All right, and who's going to be saved out of that trouble? The elect. Okay, the 144,000 and the 1/3. Okay, but we're rapidly approaching that time of trouble, man. All right, we see the setup, man. Esau is basically strategically setting Jacob, and they're falling for the okie doke, man. All right, they're falling right into the plans of the elite. They're playing on Black Lives Matter. Then you got these different legislators and mayors and governors. They're pretty much defunding the police. They're demonizing the police because they're getting ready to do away with the whole police force to bring in the military. Okay, they don't want to have to pay for a police force when they have a whole military. They're just gonna get rid of the police force and they're gonna pay the military. Okay, so it's pretty much right now it's a agenda or a strategy that's taking place, and a part of that strategy is to manipulate and deceive Jake into doing the things that they want them to do to justify this move. Okay, but the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is what's going to give us the stability when Esau makes that move. And 2/3 of them, they've taken it upon themselves to make that move. Okay, which they rejected the stabilizer. Okay, they don't see the value in this truth. They don't see the value in the words of the Bible. They can't perceive how words can save somebody until shit start hitting the fan. Okay, from there, well, let me just read it all the way again. Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom And knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Okay? And that's also the beginning of knowledge, is having that fear of Yahweh Bashim Shai on you, man. Okay? And by doing so, it makes you seek the Lord. It makes you seek his face 10 times more. All right? So we living in times where those that forsook this word and those that came up against this truth, all right, the Lord is getting ready to bring all of these people into judgment, man. And he's going to use the so-called white man and his military power, his teeth, the teeth of the lion. He's going to use that to break 2/3 of the people, man. Okay? So from there, let's go to Hosea, a classic but good scripture. Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. All right. And like I was just saying prior to bringing out this precept, a lot of our people don't see the value in this knowledge, man. They don't see how it can be applied and how you can be saved through words. Okay. But understand that these words have power. These words were inspired by Yahweh Bashim Shai. They were written by men, holy men that were moved by the Spirit, but the inspiration is of Yahweh Bashim Shai. So these are his words, okay? And how can you save yourself with words? By applying them, which then becomes wisdom, okay? So with wisdom, you can get yourself out of a lot of situations by utilizing the wisdom of the scriptures. This is the wisdom of the earth from the heavens, okay? It says, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, which is the stabilizer. Okay, you rejected what's going to keep you stable in these times. A lot of grown men are going to lose it, man. They're going to lose their wits when they see the amount of destruction and the amount of wrath that this devil has. A lot of grown men are going to lose it. You're going to run out of bullets. You're going to run out of ammunition. You're going to run out of food. You're going to have to leave your house. You're going to be pushed out of your houses if you in them inner cities. Okay, due to the simple fact that what? That this is the time of Jacob's trouble. And the Lord has been giving us warning through the prophets on what to do in these times. But what do? They forsake the prophets. Hey, Shalom, bro. Hey, how about Shema Shai, Bashim Kakadash Brakatha, all you brothers on the comment board. Shalom, righteous judgment, GMS, you call to, kingdom driven and servant of Yahweh. All right, but yeah, going back to what I was saying, they rejected, the stabilizer. Okay? And when you get that word stabilize or stable in Isaiah 33 and 6, okay, that word there in the Hebrew is amawana. And it says firmness, fidelity, which fidelity means faith. Okay? Firmness, fidelity, steadfastness or steadiness, moral fidelity. So a lot of people have forsaken moral fidelity, okay? A lot of people have forsaken faith. They've forsaken stability. They've forsaken steadiness or steadfastness, man. So what's going to happen when Esau comes in like a flood? A lot of people are going to get caught off guard. They're going to lose their balance and they're going to fall, okay? But Esau's not going to pick them back up. He's going to kill a lot of people, man, okay? In this process of going into the kingdom of heaven, a lot of our people are going to die. But because we know that a lot of our people are going to die, it's going to keep us in a steady mindset, which a lot of our people don't know that. So when they start seeing the mass amount of death overriding Israel or the Israelites or blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they're going to lose it. They're going to lose it. They're going to get emotional. Their emotions going to be everywhere. Some going to be mad. Some going to be scared. Okay? But all in all, what's going to happen? Hey, the Lord is going to bring this into fruition because they've rejected the stabilizer, man. Okay? So going back to Hosea 4 and 6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. And that's why you have these individuals that stepping up on the scene right now, like your Killer Mikes. You got these so-called new age leaders that's emerging in the midst of these riots and COVID-19 trying to instruct the people, but they're not the priest of the Lord. The Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai didn't ordain them to lead the people in these times. That's why the scriptures tell you in Isaiah, in the book of Isaiah, it says the leaders of this people cause them to err. Okay? So you got these different people out here that's saying, hey, go vote. Make your voice heard. All right? Bully people on the ballots. All right? Talking about police reform. Okay? Social justice. Out there saying Black Lives Matter. This is not the sentiment of the scriptures. Okay? These are the sentiments of one's own heart, which is going to lead to nothing, to no avail. Okay? And this is all a part of the plan and the agenda of the elite, man. Okay? They set up Black Lives Matter, man, because they knew that they can rally you under a hashtag and get you to do exactly what they needed you to do in order for them to pop off their agenda, man. They brought in COVID-19 because they knew that you would socially distance and you would condition yourselves to be 6 feet apart and wear a mask and gloves. They conditioned you, man. Just as they're conditioning you right now, and they're doing it through emotions. They're conditioning you through your emotions, through anger, through fear. Okay? And because a lot of you are being stirred up, you're allowing this devil to stir you up. You're making moves that's not conducive to the spirit. And Esau is going to be justified to come down on you. And the Lord is not going to remember you because you forgot the word. You don't take heed to us when we out there on the highways and byways week in and week out, man. Okay? People don't come out there and listen to this word, man. They don't take heed. They go right back into their regularly scheduled program. But guess what? Yahweh Shema Shai is getting ready to bring forth judgment on the planet Earth. And if you don't have this truth, if you don't have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you're going to become a victim of the so-called white man, which is Esau, which is the devil according to the Bible. All right. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse. I'm gonna just start at the top. It says, "Therefore, seeing we have this ministry, as we have received mercy, we faint not, but we have renounced the hidden things of dishonesty." Yeah, we don't give heed to things that's not of the spirit, man. You're not going to catch us doing a hashtag about George Floyd and going to his funeral and marching with Black Lives Matter, transgenders, and homosexuals. You're not about to see us doing that, man. All right, because these are the hidden things of dishonesty, man. You're not going to see us partaking in things of darkness, man, because we're children of light. So we abstain from darkness and all appearance of evil. Okay? It says, not walking in craftiness, nor handling the word of the Most High deceitfully, which a lot of these pastors and preachers, they do. Okay? They get the scriptures and they manipulate it and they twist it and they push it out there according to their own will, but they don't have the true understanding of the scriptures. Okay? They're not telling the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans that they the Israelites of the Bible, man. You don't see them warning the people about the mark of the beast. How many pastors you see really going into the RFID microchip and linking it up with Revelation the 13th chapter, man? You know? How many pastors you see warning the people about the New World Order, man? All right? About the race wars and the riots. It's clearly written of in Matthew the 24th chapter. But yet and still, you give heed to your own way. You give heed to dishonesty, man. Okay? And a lot of you so-called leaders of the people, you handling the word of the Most High deceitfully. Okay? Continuing on in 2 Corinthians 4 and 2, it says, but by manifestation of the truth, commending ourselves to every man's conscience in the sight of the Most High. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. And which is why 2/3 of you are forbidden to come into this truth, man. Okay? Which was all set up through the Spirit, man, because you ain't right. So the Lord is going to give you over to the enemy because you want to fall for the deceit of the enemy and you want to be hand in hand and you want equality, okay? You want to argue and you want to try to kill the prophets and mock and come up against the message of Yahweh Shema Shai. The Lord hid the truth from you. And because he hid the truth from you, when shit start hitting the fan, you're gonna be left out here in Shit's Creek without a paddle. You know, excuse my language, but that's just the real deal. Okay? You're not gonna have any stability. You're not gonna have any assurity of life. Okay? You're gonna be confused. There's gonna be weeping and gnashing of teeth. There's gonna be travailing like a woman. Okay, ready to give birth. All right. A lot of you people gonna lose limbs. All right, you're gonna lose eyes. You're gonna die from hunger, starvation. Okay, you're gonna die from torture, gas chambers, beheadings. All of these things are going to happen, man, because the Lord hid the truth in you. And the truth is that light that's going to have us able to see in the times of darkness, man. That's why the scripture say, our eyes shall not be dimmed. I think that's in Isaiah chapter 40 or chapter 41. All right. Said the Lord said our eyes won't be dimmed, man. Okay, because why? Because we accepted what's going to stabilize us in those times, man. When we start seeing all hell breaking loose throughout the planet Earth, we'll be able to filter these scenarios through the scriptures. When a lot of you people won't, because you have not the truth. Okay? Here we go. Proverbs chapter 1. These are classic scriptures, man. Proverbs chapter 1. And I'm going to start at verse 22. All right? It says, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. And what is the reproof of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai? It's the prophets, man. The Lord sent out the prophets to reprove those of you that's been turned astray or turned away from his word, man. That's why we're out there. That's why we endure all things for the elect's sake, in hopes that the men, women, and children will get this understanding and turn back to the Lord so that they can receive salvation. But you're not turning at the Lord's reproof. 2/3 of you, should I say. Okay? Continuing on in Proverbs, the first chapter, it says, it says, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. And like I said, the Lord is making known these words unto you through the prophets, through the men, the 144,000, the servants of the Lord, the prophets that's out there teaching you this truth. Okay, verse 24. Because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. You see? So as the hand immediately reached out to receive Peter when he was sinking, as he was walking on water, okay, that was because why? Because Peter called to Yahushua. But because you rejected the Lord, and because you disregarded the words and you mocked the men of the Lord, when the Lord is not going to reach out that hand to save you, man. He's going to let you become a victim of whatsoever is brought upon you. Because you rejected that which is going to stabilize your mindset, man. It's going to give you mental stability. It's going to give you comfort, okay? You'll be able to filter everything that's happening in the time of Jacob's trouble through the scriptures, and it'll give you comfort and give you hope and salvation. But because you rejected it, the Lord is going to reject you. And we're not going to feel a certain type of way. Because we're not in cahoots with Black Lives Matter. We're not in cahoots with, all this marching and protesting, for racial equality and for laws. And no, we don't care about the laws of America, man. Okay, this is not our country. That's why the scriptures say, depart, arise and depart, for this is not your rest, man. Okay? Continuing on here, it says, Proverbs 1:27. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. And why is that? Hence the title of the lesson. Because you rejected the stabilizer, man. That's why the Lord is not going to give you any succor. He's not going to give you any support, any relief, no refuge, okay? Because you have not received the word, okay? Now let's go to, what's that scripture? James. James chapter 1. And bear with me one second. Computer kind of moving a little slow. Well, in the meantime, I'll get a couple of precepts on the comment board. All right, this is from Malik 23. It's Jeremiah 5:23. But this people hath a revolting and a rebellious heart. They are revolted and gone. And who is this people talking about, man? It's talking about Israel. All right, because see, when Jeremiah went out to the Israelites in Babylon, man, he saw how fucking rebellious and degenerate our people were. That's why he said, how have you become a degenerate vine, man? Lord say, he said he planted us a noble vine, but how you become a degenerate vine? All right, because you give heed to the ways of the heathens. You start following the customs of the heathens and wanting to become a joint or join unto the different heathen nations, and you adopt their cultures and traditions, and then you become defiled and degenerate, man. So that's why the Lord is not going to send that support, man, to 2/3, man. And we know that 2/3 ain't going to hear this message, but guess what? The Lord said, warn them whether they hear or forbear. Because we just getting the blood off our hands, man. That's all we doing. That's why we even do these videos to warn our people. Okay? Because we just have to get the blood off our hands so that they may know that there was a prophet among them, man. All right? This is from Obadiah 1:18. It's Psalm 68:20. It says, he that is our power is the power of salvation, and to the Most High, the Lord, belong the issues from death. You see that? So it's going to be Yahweh Bashim Shai that's going to bring death upon the rebellious through the wicked. Pursuing to Psalm 17:13, where it says, arise, O Lord, disappoint me from the wicked, which is thy sword. So the Lord is basically on the left-hand side, you know, gathering up all these different troops and bringing them in and stationing them in and bringing in military vehicles and things of that nature. Got Esau passing legislation because he's about to send the wicked on 2/3 of you, man. And they're gonna ride or die, man. Okay? They're gonna go hard on you goddamn people, man. Okay? And rightfully so. But the elect, the 144,000 and the 1/3 are going to be spared, man, and no harm is going to come nigh unto them, man, in these times. Okay, here we go again. This is from GMS Ironclad Truth. This is the Elder Ratazah, Matthew chapter 13, verse 16. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. You see that? So we have this truth, man. We have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and we try our best to be filled with that light, okay? So that when darkness comes, man, you know, we have, you know, faith, confidence, hope, okay, comfort. When shit start hitting the fan, man. Going back to, was that Psalms, the 23rd chapter? Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. All right? So, hey, we don't really have nothing to worry about as long as we abide within the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shai, and the Lord has mercy on us. But everybody else that reject this truth, that think that they have an opinion, or they think they got the truth, but they're not coming through the scriptures the right way, and they don't have the true doctrine, or they're not pushing the gospel, hey, man, the Lord, you're not guaranteed. Okay? You're not guaranteed, man. At least the Lord have mercy upon you and you repent. All right, this is GMS Des Moines 2. Hey, shalom to y'all brothers, man. This is 2nd Ezra 1:25. Seeing ye have forsaken me, I will forsake you also. That's clear cutting to the point. Okay, because you've forsaken the ways of Yahweh Bashim Shai, he's a just power. So he's going to give you according to the fruit or according to your deeds. So because you reject him, you're not just going to have a pass to now have a get out of jail free card when you rejected the Most High. Talking about free will and religion is this and the Bible is that and King James was this. Then all of a sudden when shit start hitting the fan, you think that the Most High supposed to be your butler or supposed to be your servant. Nah, man, he gonna reject you as you rejected him. Okay, now continuing on here. It says, when ye desire me to be gracious unto you, I will have no mercy upon you. Okay? That's deep, man. And the Lord he loves mercy, man. He loves to be merciful. He judges with mercy, man. He judges with grace. Okay? He judges uprightly, man. So if the Lord is not going to have mercy upon you, it's clearly because you have utterly forsaken the ways of Yahweh Bashim Shai. And that's why you have you people out there being guinea pigs and lab rats, marching up and down the streets, looting, rioting, protesting, looking for reform, because you don't think that the Lord is powerful enough to change this situation, man. Okay? So you'd rather submit to the powers that be and just scream for equality. So y'all can live happily ever after. But guess what? It's not written like that, man. And Esau is not geared. He's not set up. He's not hardwired to be joined unto Israel, man. It can never be a joint kingdom with Esau and Israel without injustice and without somebody being higher than the other, man. Okay? Esau, he's not going to treat you like you're one of his, because you're not one of his. But a lot of our people seem to can't get that through their thick ass head after 400 plus years. Even longer than that. All right? Let's keep going here. This is Isaiah 10:6. I will send him against an hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him charge, to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire of the streets. That's right. This is a GMS Ironclad Truth, Jeremiah 44:4. Howbeit I sent unto you all my servants the prophets, rising early and sending them, saying, Oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate. But they hearken not, nor incline their ear to turn from their wickedness, to burn incense unto their gods. So a lot of you people still drunk off of the Jesus juice. All right. I watched a couple of little snippets earlier of the George Floyd funeral, and Jake is still into Christianity. You have all the tools and the researchers to go, research engines to go and look into Christianity, look into the inception, the beginning, look into everything that you need to know about what you claim to believe in, and yet and still, you still don't do it. And you still worship Jesus, and you still follow after the rudiments of men. So what is the Lord going to do? When shit start hitting the fan, your Jesus is going to have to come save you. But because he's an idol, he don't exist, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be forsaken because you know not the ways of Yahweh Bashim Shah, man. Okay? I'm going to get this final precept, and I'm going to go ahead and get ready to close this thing out. This is the book of James, chapter 1, verse 21. It says, Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness. The word superfluity means excess or overflowing. And receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your soul. And like I said in the beginning of the lesson, a lot of our people don't see how the words of the Bible is able to save their souls, because number one, they weren't called. Okay, they weren't called. Okay, number two, they're not chosen. All right, and number three, all right, is because the Lord has reserved them unto judgment. Okay, so people can't see how the words or letters in the Bible can save your soul, because they don't understand the scriptures. The Lord has dimmed their eyes. He's blinded them. Therefore, they've rejected the stabilizer, and he's going to use 2/3 as an example of following the devil. Okay? So therefore, we have the truth in these times. We got to continue to get this water. Okay? Reading, studying, doing these lessons, being around the Akim. Okay? Fasting, praying, serving the Lord, teaching his word. Okay? Because by doing so, we'll be reserved from all of this stuff that's getting ready to come. Okay? If we keep going down this path, man, we ain't even got to worry about this shit, man. All we have to do is just wait, have faith and patience till Yahweh Bashim Shah comes back, man. Because the Lord is going to protect those that did right by him in this time, man. All right, so Lord willing, that was an edifying lesson. The water to all of you brothers that jumped on and left comments. Hey, may Yahweh Bashim Shah bless you brothers and keep you brothers in these times. All right, hey, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Call halal Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashim Kakadash. All right, double honors once again to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And peace, safety, much love to the elect men, women, and children. Shalom.